What if I told you that one simple choice today could save you hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes over your lifetime, or cost you the same amount? You're about to start saving for retirement. You open your brokerage account, and then the question hits: Roth IRA or traditional IRA? Most people pick the wrong one, and they don't realize it until it's too late. In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how both accounts work, run real numbers for 2026, and help you pick the one that puts more money in your pocket long term. Let's break it down. Quick disclaimer. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research or consult a licensed financial advisor. Before we compare them, here's what both accounts share. Both are individual retirement accounts, IRAs. Both let you invest in stocks, bonds, index funds, and ETFs. Both grow your investments tax-advantaged, meaning you pay far less tax than in a regular brokerage account. And in 2026, both have the same annual contribution limit, $7,000 per year or $8,000 if you're 50 or older. The difference, and it's a significant one, is when you pay the taxes. The Roth IRA, pay tax now, never again. With a Roth IRA, you put in money you've already paid income tax on. In exchange, every single dollar of growth, every dividend, every capital gain, every compounded return over 30 or 40 years comes out completely tax-free when you retire. Think about what that means in practice. If you invest $7,000 a year from age 25 to 65 at a 10% average annual return, your Roth IRA could grow to over $3 million. With a Roth, you pay zero tax on any of that growth. Not 22%, not 32%, zero. That's a tax bill of over $600,000 that simply disappears. There's one other major advantage most people overlook. No required minimum distributions. With a traditional IRA, the government forces you to start withdrawing money at age 73, whether you need it or not. With a Roth, your money keeps compounding for as long as you live. You're never forced to take it out. There is one limitation: income limits. In 2026, if you earn above approximately $146,000 as a single filer or $230,000 as a married couple, your ability to contribute directly to a Roth IRA phases out. We'll come back to what you can do if you're above those limits. The traditional IRA. Pay tax later. With a traditional IRA, every dollar you contribute comes straight off your taxable income this year. If you're in the 22% tax bracket and contribute $7,000, you save $1,540 on your tax bill right now. That's real money back in your pocket today. The trade-off: every dollar you withdraw in retirement is taxed as ordinary income at whatever rate applies then. So, you're not avoiding taxes, you're deferring them. The bet you're making is that your tax rate in retirement will be lower than your tax rate today. For some people, that's a very smart bet. If you're in your peak earning years in the 32 or 37% bracket today, and you expect to live on $60,000 a year in retirement at a much lower rate, traditional makes real financial sense. Get the deduction when it's worth the most. For others, especially younger people early in their careers, it's a costly mistake. You defer taxes at a low rate today, only to pay them at a potentially higher rate decades from now. So which one actually wins? Let's go head to head. The core question is simple. Will your tax rate be higher now or higher in retirement? Roth IRA wins if your tax rate is going up. You pay a small tax bill today and protect decades of compounding from ever being taxed again. You also get flexibility. You can withdraw your contributions at any time without penalty, which makes a Roth function as a secondary emergency fund if you need it. And you never face forced withdrawals at 73. Traditional IRA wins if your tax rate is going down. You get a meaningful deduction today when it's worth the most, and pay a lower rate in retirement. No income limits on contributions either. Anyone can contribute regardless of how much they earn. though the deductibility phases out at higher incomes if you also have a workplace retirement plan. Quick rule of thumb: Roth if you think your tax rate will be higher in retirement, traditional if you think it will be lower. And if you genuinely have no idea, most financial advisors default to Roth for anyone under 40 because time is the Roth IRA's greatest superpower. So which one is right for you in 2026? Choose the Roth IRA if you are under 40 and expect your income to grow significantly. If you're in the 22% bracket or below right now. If you value flexibility and want access to your contributions without penalty. And especially if you believe tax rates will be higher in the future, which most economists consider the more likely scenario over the next 30 years. Choose the traditional IRA if you are in your peak earning years, in the 32% bracket or above, if you need the deduction this year to meaningfully reduce your tax bill, if you're confident your retirement income will be substantially lower than your income today. One more important point: these accounts are not mutually exclusive. If you have a workplace 401k, you can still contribute to an IRA on top of it, up to the $7,000 annual limit. And if your income is too high for a Roth IRA directly, look up the backdoor Roth IRA strategy. It's a perfectly legal workaround that higher earners use to access Roth benefits regardless of income limits. A financial advisor can walk you through it in one short conversation. Many people do both. Max out the Roth first for tax-free growth, then use a traditional or 401k for additional tax-deferred contributions on top. Here's the most important thing I can tell you. The difference between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA is much smaller than the difference between having one of them and having neither. Both accounts give you decades of tax advantage compounding that a regular brokerage account simply cannot match. The real mistake isn't picking the wrong type. It's not picking any at all. Open an account this week. Start with whatever you can afford, even $100. Set up automatic monthly contributions, and let compound interest do the heavy lifting over time. $7,000 a year, every year, starting now. That's the formula. Subscribe to WealthVault for a new video every week. Next up, your emergency fund. Exactly how much you need, where to keep it, and how to build it fast, even on a tight income. That video is right here. See you there. And one final thought. The reason this choice matters so much comes back to compound interest, the same principle we covered in video 5. $7,000 a year, invested from age 25 to 65 at 10% average returns, becomes over $3 million. The difference between paying zero tax on $3 million versus paying 22% tax on $3 million is $660,000. That's not a rounding error. That's a life-changing sum of money that either stays in your pocket or goes to the government, depending on one account decision you make today. Both accounts are powerful. Both beat doing nothing by a very wide margin. But if you're young, if your income has room to grow, and if you have decades of compounding ahead of you, the Roth IRA is one of the best financial tools available to ordinary people in America. Use it.